Mikey, what are we looking at, son? That wasn't on me, though. Aaron, good?
He got knocked around.
What was that like getting to, work with him and really see him shine? When was it for you that you knew that he was going to be something special?
Well, I played with him in middle school for a year because I started in 8th grade. He actually threw me my first touchdown, maybe second touchdown of my football career ever in middle school. And, I guess that kind of translated to now. He didn't throw the ball to me much then, but, over the summer going into my junior year, he was a big part. Like, we would just connect. We would go out on the field, get reps in, just figure it out.
What were those nerves like for you when your quarterback goes down, you realize that it's your time now to step up and shine and, lead a pretty good team last year? What was that moment like for you? What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
Definitely when I heard I was going to be in that spot, I definitely was a little nervous but excited. Definitely was nervous the first game, but after that I was just excited for the rest of that season.
I think we just sat back and just took it all in and enjoyed it as much as we could and cheered him as loud as we could. We're cowbell fans up here, so if you hear us, we've got the cowbells going. But yeah, I think I might have even cried a little bit that night on the way home just because I was just so proud of him. And once again, to see him live out, he puts in all this hard work. He's always loved football. It's his passion. And he's put in so much work off the field, and just to be given the opportunity for him to go out there and just do what he does and play his heart out. It's one of the best moments.
Talk about that first game. You connect with him 3 times. Did that kind of ease things for you, knowing that you have a guy like him that if things get tough, you can throw to him, he's going to make a play?
Yeah, definitely good. When in doubt, throw to him. So.
It's kind of like the Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. He's down there somewhere.
They played baseball together in middle school, right? Mm-hmm. So they knew each other going in. Since they did play together, in my opinion, there was already that trust factor there. And then when Aaron realized that he was good, it's like, okay, well, now I've got my partner. He's the yin to my yang on the field. And it's pretty amazing watching them. It's like Kannon can throw the ball, and it doesn't matter where he throws it. He knows Aaron's going to be there, and Aaron knows that it's going to go right where he needs it to go, just because that trust is there.
Yeah. So I don't even know if you remember this or not, but when Kannon was in 7th grade, and it was Aaron's first year in football at 8th grade, Kannon was the JV quarterback for the middle school team, but he was a starting receiver and starting linebacker. But they put him in one play in middle school and as quarterback, instead of a receiver. he threw his one pass that year to Aaron in the end zone. Aaron caught it, and that was it.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
So, and it looked like they had done it a million times over. And that was the first and only time it happened in middle school. So you've got that relationship kind of coming in there. But it's so random. I thought about that later. But I think what's cool about Kannon and Aaron, they're a lot different personalities, but then they have a lot of the same. I think there's a general respect for each other. They're both very athletic. Kannon obviously loves to throw the ball to Aaron because he knows he's going to try his best to get it, and no matter what, he's going to fight for it. And I just think there's a general respect there and a chemistry that you can't really put a name to. So, I agree with that. Yeah.
Definitely out of football, but like during the game, I feel like I'm a different person. I'm just like. Definitely from the atmosphere of the game. The MJ game, I was as loud as I probably could. I lost my voice in that game, so I didn't really much.
Have you noticed just how much growth have you noticed out of him from last year, week 1, to where you guys are now going into your final year of high school football?
It's crazy, honestly. I mean, he used to get in his head a lot. Obviously, being put in the situation he was in. Quarterback goes down, he's got to step up. There's a lot of nerves, a lot of pressure, especially since we're supposed to have a good season with Garen. He has to now fill the shoes of Garen. It's a lot of pressure. And, at the start, it was like you could kind of tell the nerves were there. You could kind of tell, he felt like he had to be perfect. I think since then, it's been crazy, bro. If he messes up, he messes up. You know what I mean? And he's like, his mental space is a whole lot better.
Your situation's interesting to me because every Friday I'm here, I'm probably standing by your mom. And she's taking pictures, she's cheering you on, she loves this program, she loves this school. How cool is it to have your mom be so associated with this program and she's not in the stands, she's on the sidelines watching you and seeing you do all this stuff. How cool is that?
It's awesome. Obviously she takes pictures for us, and I think her pictures are amazing. But it's really cool. It's like a team mom in a sense. If anything needs to get done, she can definitely get it done. She's not one to just get lazy and, half-butted here and there, but she gets everything done whenever it needs to be done. And I think it's amazing for me and the whole program itself. It's really cool.
In a lot of ways, it's cool because you see the competitiveness come out of the boys. From the mother standpoint, being on the sidelines, seeing my boys on the other team and then my boys on this team, it can hurt. I hated watching Mount Juliet leave the field last year, just upset in tears. There were a lot of them. But at the end of the day, Aaron walks up to him and Kannon will walk up to him and other players, they're all intermingling with one another. And you see the friendship still there. It doesn't matter that it's a rival. At the end of the day, for me, they're still friends and they still talk to each other every day. And it's a game. It's a competitive game and I love watching it. But for me, it's the friendship that comes afterwards that stays.
I mean, the exact same thing. It's the same thing I've seen play out. Cannon's got his friends on the other team, and they're still friends at the end of the game. They know it's on. Both teams want to win. Somebody's not going to at the end of the day, and it's just life. But it really, there is a big hype about it, but I don't know that the way we view it, it's quite like what we feel like everybody else views it.
Right.
Gotta ask you because rankings fluctuate, and I think they got you back down as a 3-star consensus, but you were a 4-star. We'll see how it ends up. That whole stuff is weird. But your mom told me a funny story when you found out you got ranked as a 4-star, just kind of the message you sent her. For you, how neat was that moment when you saw that ranking and to realize, hey, I'm Green Hill's first ever 4-star football player?
It was really cool. It was actually, I found out on ACT day. I'm in the classroom, obviously phone's off, I leave, I'm out in the parking lot walking, and I turn my phone on, and it's going crazy. I'm like, Jesus, what's going on? And I get on Twitter and Instagram and all this stuff, and it won't even load. So I'm sitting in the car for like 5 minutes waiting on it to load, and then I finally like see it, and I'm like, oh, 4-star, that's pretty cool. And I mean, it's really cool. It's an honor to be able to be the first 4-star at Green Hill. It kind of feels like a dream come true, but at the end of the day, it is just a star. So, you know, if it does choose to go down or up, I personally do not care. So,
For you, what's this? I always ask. I talked to Eric Hazard actually about this earlier today because he's a Louisville fan now. What's this whole process been like for you, and just how you embraced it all?
It's really hectic, you know. It's hectic, but it's a good thing to have. You know what I'm saying? It's a good problem to have. You know, it's real cool. Getting recruited is obviously it's awesome because I don't gotta pay for college, don't gotta worry about this and that. You know, it's makes life on the family a whole lot easier. But you know, it's a really cool experience that I wish everybody could experience it. But you know, I mean, it's cool.
His freshman year, he received his first 2 offers, and his head was huge. I mean, the cockiness was absolutely ridiculous. But he was humbled, and you know, he's so laid back that, you know, he doesn't let people know that it is stressful, that it has stressed him out. He doesn't show that side. I would say over the summer, maybe a little bit earlier, he finally started figuring out, okay, this isn't a big deal. I get to choose where I want to go. I get to choose where what's home for me. And I get to be where my parents want me also. So once he got into that mindset, it was, I'm good. I can handle this. He's still stressed about it, I'm sure. You know, he's gotten a couple of new colleges that reached out. Baylor has just reached out. And so he's still getting the interest, but it just doesn't affect him like it did. It's kind of like, okay, here's another one. This is great. I mean, he's excited, don't get me wrong, but he just knows how to handle it better. So watching him mature from freshman year to now, it's pretty cool, you know, because you just, again, you see this little boy turning into a man and making, you know, adult decisions and figuring out how he's going to handle that it's cool.
You're starting to get into that now too. I see, like, you tweeted out some offers you got, I believe, and for you, like I said, you're just so calm, like your demeanor, you're so calm and collected. How are you kind of handling, you know, I'm sure you want to go play college football at the next level. How are you handling, you know, talking to coaches right now and just these offers, and not only that, but handling that, but also focusing on your junior year?
Well, during the off season, I went to the camps and I try to build that relationship with them. And then just having to throw with this dude for his big schools, trying to get maybe a little touch with him. And then I'm keeping in that relationship with Troy. Hopefully I get a little more than what I have right now, but we'll see.
Everybody's football journey starts somewhere. When did you guys start playing football, and when did you realize that football could be a pathway not only through high school, but something for college or something?
So I picked it up in 8th grade just because I thought it would help me for basketball, and I didn't really care for football that much. Even freshman year, probably wasn't going to end up playing, but someone convinced me to play. And, you know, I thought about it, like, it's only good for basketball. Sophomore year, it was low-key the same thing. And then junior year came, and I was like, man, I like this a whole lot more than basketball. So, you know, that's kind of how that went. And ever since then, it's been football.
For you, I mean, when did you start playing football?
Well, I fell in love with football whenever my brother started playing it because I would come to one of his games. So whenever I turned 5, I started playing. I didn't play quarterback until I was like in 5th grade. I played running back all my life.
Okay. What made you want to play quarterback?
Well, my dad convinced me to because I don't know. I guess I wanted to try it out. My dad was the coach at that time.
Yeah, dads always want their kids to play quarterback. I mean, it's the most important position in the field outside offensive line, right?
My dad told me to also, but I threw a football and it's just definitely not as good as he is.
You're like, I can catch it.
I can catch it. I can't throw it.
So yes, he's always been kind of quiet, but there's been something about him where he's always been like a playmaker. He played sports. He started playing pee-wee football when he was young. I want to say maybe 5 or 6 years old, and he started out on the O-line, and yes, just a few practices, and he's the fastest kid on the team. So he slowly got moved back to running back. And before you know it, he's leading this little team. And it's not anything specific that he did other than he just worked hard. And he has this switch that I've seen when he was little that when he's getting ready to play, it goes on. He's serious. He's more focused. You can't chat with him on the sidelines or anything like that. He's in the game. And I've noticed that when he was younger. I thought it was kind of cute then, but now he's growing up, and he wouldn't like that term to be used, but he still has that same, he's focused, he's ready to play.
And with that, just kind of an example of what these boys, where they hold Kannon at. One of the games last year, he was upset. He wasn't throwing the ball very well, and he's on the sidelines, and I'm standing near him, and all of a sudden you've got his teammates around him, letting him know that it doesn't matter. It's the next play that matters, and they're all lifting him up. And you don't have a leader on your team unless everybody's with you. And to me, that was huge. I mean, you just saw Kannon, just his whole demeanor changed. It went from, crap, I'm letting my team down, to, I got this. I can do this because I have my team. It was pretty cool to watch.
It indeed starts now. The 2024 season is upon us. We have waited months and months and months, and it is finally here. The Green Hill Hawks, decked out in all green this evening, back on the hill, and we are so happy to bring you play-by-play coverage throughout the evening here on the Green Hill Sports Network. Christian Capozzi along with Chase Owens, Brady Ray on the Green Hill sideline as the Green Hill Hawks welcome in the Northeast Eagles out of Clarksville. Owens to the left of Burroughs. Will now motion Nick Moore closer to the right side of the offensive line. Snap, Burroughs, play action, rolls left, looks downfield, has time. Now pocket collapses, dances out of danger. He'll take off and run. Kannon 45 to the 40, 35 down the sideline to the 30, and will be tripped up out of bounds with another Wilson Bank and Trust first down on a nifty move where he had time, then he didn't, and then he made his own time.
Might be a shot.
Owens to the left of Burroughs in the backfield. Snap, give. Nick Owens Jr. runs right to the 5, cuts upfield and into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Hill. Nick Owens Jr. A 10-yard score. And with 10:22 to play in the first, it's Green Hill 6, Northeast 0.
Couldn't really, call it. You couldn't have had a more perfect drive.
what do you want your lasting legacy to be?
Definitely remembered as a person that was like outgoing, that would help out the community. I'd come back and help coach if I needed to.
Dang. Just a great leader. You know, people that they know that they can hit up and ask for help on this, that, and the third. Just somebody that's there. You know what I'm saying? That they can help make you better. That's what this